So start with the sugarcane, the plant itself. I think sometimes we lose sight of the fact that that granulated white stuff, or the candies that are made from it, the colorful, beautiful, sweet candies, are actually made from a plant, or it starts with the plant anyway. So the sugarcane plant grows in large stalks, 6 to 20 feet tall, and they're harvested typically in the Caribbean as part of our story, but also other tropical areas like India and China. So in the wall here we have some framed botanical prints. These ones are from the 19th century, early 19th to mid-19th century, showing the sugarcane plants. These were obtained by us at the Philadelphia Flower Show. Met an antiquarian botanical print dealer there who had those. These later ones are from the early 20th century. They're lithographed color, and it shows the workers harvesting the cane with these large cane knives or machetes. And you'll see what they're doing. Once they cut the cane down, they load the cane onto these large wagons that are oxen drawn. Some photographs that are contemporary with these, and these came originally from the Philadelphia Industrial Museums or commercial museums in West Philly, shows photographs of about the same time period, we're talking about 1900, cutting sugar cane in Hawaii. And so this was actually a domestic industry in the United States, which around World War II, that Hawaiian sugar cane got cut off by the war effort. But there was quite a bit prior to that happening in Hawaii. And then this photograph shows the cane being processed or pressed into sort of a pulpy material that then gets boiled. You can see in this photograph the large boiling tanks, and this is probably the overseer here dressed in white, and the workers who were typically natives, in this case of Java. Is the bundles of cane coming into the sugarcane factory in Java. As I mentioned, sugarcane starts with the plant and the stalks, and here we have some cuttings of the actual stalks. It's quite arduous work to harvest the cane, sort of like cutting bamboo. If you've ever had bamboo problem in your garden, that's what I would say it's analogous to. So each of these trays shows the different types of sugar that are processed out of the sugarcane plant. We have brown sugar here, which is still got a fair amount of molasses in it. Granulated cane sugar, which is probably the most familiar product to everyone. Confectioner's sugar, which has been ultra pulverized and has cornstarch to give it the texture that it's so well known for. Raw sugar is essentially very much like brown sugar, except that it has a little bit less molasses in it. Organic cane is not as highly processed, so you can see that's somewhere between the granulated white and the raw sugar. In the 18th and 19th century, sugar was formed into what were known as sugar loaves. Sugar Loaf, incidentally, was the name of a psychedelic rock band in the 60s, for all of you baby boomers out there. Sugar cubes were not as uniform as we think about them. Today, they were kind of loosely formed, more like pebbles. Created beginning in the 1840s in the Czech Republic. and that's where you get the phrase "one lump or two" for your tea or coffee. And of course molasses, which is refined out of the white sugar to form the loaf there in liquid form. In this part of the exhibit, we use some antique candy cornstarch and trays for molding chocolates and other candy work to give the idea and the texture of this kind of raw product, sort of the trays of the cane and different drying apparatus that were used. Over here we see the bags of the finished sugar, which would come out of the refineries. This cart came out of Young's Meat Market, which was the oldest meat market in the country, located at 118 to 122 Market Street. When they were closing up shop after over 100 years, we were able to get this industrial cart out of there. These bags of sugar feature Philadelphia brands that were on the riverfront. Pennsylvania Sugar Company, using this Quaker lady as their logo, and of course the Keystone. Quakers were identified with purity and cleanliness and were often used to promote food products. Of course, our favorite advertising icon, Benjamin Franklin. This is a 100-pound bag. Franklin Sugar Refining Company at one time was the largest sugar refiner in the world. Of course, you'll see stacks of crates, and this is a shipping crate that would have gone on a container ship. These are earlier versions of the same. So in each of these crates would have been cardboard boxes and cloth bags of Franklin sugar. So these are all from our collection, and they go into great use now. You can find them at antique shows, flea markets, etc.